This is Tanzania Safari Channel exclusive interview with the balloon pilot from Miracle Experience Tanzania. How does it feel to fly over Serengeti during sunrise?
It's absolutely spectacular. Every day is different. You get to see the beautiful landscape of the Serengeti, and of course you get to see the lovely animals who reside in the Serengeti as well.
Okay. So what is the most unforgettable moment you've ever experienced?
The most unforgettable moment. There are so many moments that you experience in the Serengeti. I don't have an unforgettable one, but seeing a pride of lions when you fly over it with its cubs is one of the most memorable things you'll have to see in the Serengeti. But of course, every animal has its own beauty. Of course, we have elephants, you have giraffes, and every day you see them doing different things, moving in all sorts of directions, and you learn a lot about the animals as well, being in their space and seeing them from the sky, of course.
Someone who has never experienced Serengeti
Yes.
from above.
Yeah.
Can you compare the ground safari and...
Okay. So I think the safari from the sky is very unique because one, ballooning is very different to any other form of flying. However, the most beautiful thing is that you get to float at treetop height to be able to see the animals from a different perspective. And of course, you can't steer the balloon, so you're actually able to see the animals from different angles as opposed to when you see them on the ground, where of course you're driving on a road, and we follow no roads. So it makes it even better for you to see it from the sky. About 5 years now.
5 years?
Yes, yeah. I have. So I flew in South Africa, which is where I'm from, and then I came to Tanzania to fly in the Serengeti.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you definitely recommend this experience?
Absolutely, yes I do. It's a 10 out of 10 experience. People always leave the basket with beautiful smiles after the flight, and that's what keeps us going, to love our passion and to share it with other people as well.
And how do animals react to the flying balloons?
So we generally try to keep a good clearance for the animals, especially the elephants, because they have very sensitive ears. So they react to the sound quite a bit. So we try to keep a good clearance from the animals, but when you get close, you'll see them reacting or running. So we try our best to also preserve the wellness of the animals in the Serengeti.
Okay. Is there any condition that can stop flying?
Just give me a sec, sorry. Yes, so there are conditions that can stop us from flying. If the winds are very strong, then it makes it unsafe for ballooning. Also, if we have rain can also stop us from flying. So a day like this is a perfect day. Light winds, and we have a beautiful view of the Serengeti as well. All right, so we just had an amazing landing after a beautiful flight in Serenera. So we managed to see a lot of lions today, which was very beautiful. We saw some antelopes as well, hartebeest, topies. We saw some ostrich, we saw some jackals. It was a very magnificent flight. I hope all the passengers enjoyed it. And I hope that as you watch from home, I hope you'll also join us in the Serengeti at Miracle Experience for your safari from the sky. A tradition, right, which started back in France in 1783 with the Montgolfier brothers, right? So they first saw heat or smoke going up when they made a fire, right? So as you know, hot air rises, which is obvious for us, but for them this was like rocket science, right? So when they saw the heat going up, they got the idea that perhaps because heat rises, we can actually use this to lift off the ground. Okay, so they then made a small balloon out of paper and cloth and put a fire underneath it to see if the heat will actually lift this balloon up and it will land safely, which it did indeed go up and come back down again. But now you don't know if you can actually breathe when you leave the ground, because remember, there's no balloons, there's no airplanes back then, right? So they then got 3 passengers to test for this, which was a sheep, a duck and a rooster. Right? Because if animals can breathe when they leave the ground, we also have a very good chance of surviving. Right? So they sent these animals up in another balloon, right? The animals came back alive, so this was a great sign. It means that there's oxygen up there, right? Which is fantastic. But now obviously you need to be crazy enough to try the first flight ever, because you don't know if this is going to work or not, right? So they then proposed that criminals actually do the first flight ever because you actually don't know if this balloon is going to come back or not, right? But then 2 gentlemen were brave enough to do the first flight ever, which was successful. I'm glad we get to do this today. But the point of the story is they thought of taking a bottle of champagne with them so that wherever they land, they can actually show people that they are real people. Otherwise, they'll try kill them because they'll think they're an alien or a dragon from the sky, right? Because they have never seen anything come from the sky before. So as a result, no matter where you fly in the world, you celebrate a successful balloon landing with a glass of champagne. And this is where this tradition started. Right? And we are lucky enough in the Serengeti that we can land anywhere because it's a national park, right? And then in other parts of the world, you actually need to get permission from people because it's their properties, it's farms, you know, there's houses, there's all sorts of problems that you'll encounter. But when you have an angry farmer, you offer them a glass of champagne to say sorry at 8 a.m. in the morning. So folks, thank you so much for flying with Miracle Experience. I hope that you guys enjoyed the flight and that this is something you'll remember for a long time. And great landing position. So thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So let's enjoy. You ready? Are you gonna catch? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, my name is Michael. I'm Captain Michael, flying for Miracle Experience. Please do join us for a safari from the sky. Catch me on the Tanzania Safari Channel.